Let's begin. There's two places that you can affirm. The first one is on this idea of creating concessions. Remember that their case is non-unique for a lot of reasons. First, because China has an overriding interest in security. Even if the ports lose money, they have security interests, which is non-unique to their argument. It means that China will go into these developing countries either way. Two, they drop our evidence from small, that China cuts costs on products that are too expensive. For example, in Malaysia, allowing them to go into developing countries. So their evidence about developing countries being burdened by debt happens in either world. Three, really important, they drop the evidence that Cal Week's first summary from Zhao 19, that 90% of the debt comes not from China, but from the IMF. Again, the debt harms these countries are non-unique, which means that the only unique offense in this round is the issue of not if the EU should join, but how the EU will join. Remember that we say that half these EU countries have already joined. They see the clear benefits, that the global tides are turning from the US to China. They come back by saying, well, we really care about France and Germany. That's not a very good sword to die on, because as we say, France and Germany are joining right now, and we read you a quote from Merkel, and we say that you should not look to what my opponent is telling you what German leaders think, look what German leaders are actually telling you what they think. The German leaders see that even though China has some debt issues, and even though there's some skepticism, they need to do this, because the US is becoming a less and less reliable trade partner, and that Germany knows that in the long term, it is not a viable option, that they have to switch to China, which means that the only unique offense is if the EU has the ability to make concessions. And the evidence here is very clear that they drop from Oberdesir, that when you work as a bloc, you can establish better connections, and that the only time they've actually gotten concessions is when they work as a bloc. They say that this is a reason why we shouldn't join. This is the reason why we should join. If they get concessions, but then countries join individually, that undercuts the concessions. If they get the concessions and then they join, that is how it actually materializes. The second place you can vote for us is on our argument about infrastructure. Even if you buy their argument, these countries are saddled by debt, the development of infrastructure beats this back. We say that there's a doubling of trade. They say that this benefits China. We say that trade is good for everyone because it lowers costs for consumers and has overall economic benefits. And that debt by itself is not a net harm. That is just a reason why we need to have economic growth. They say that it happens too fast. Well, the BRI is a pretty good reason why we're going to have fast economic growth. Prioritizing the BRI helps solve for that debt issue and solves the impacts in their case. Thank you, and please affirm.